Thank you for tuning in today. This is Michael with ForensicBits.com. Today we're going to be talking about Adobe Reader and how you can use it to fill out a form that maybe have some fields in it and that you need to sign and then send back to the company electronically. Today we'll be using Adobe Reader version 11. If you don't have version 11, I recommend that you update or install it if you don't have it at all. That way you can avoid compatibility issues and to make sure that the tools that I show here today, that you have them. Okay, so the first thing I did is I opened up Adobe Reader. If you're not sure which version you have, you can just click on Help and About Reader, and as you can see here, mine tells me that I am using Adobe Reader X1, or excuse me, XI, or version 11. The next thing we need to do is we need to open up our document that we have downloaded from from wherever. It doesn't really matter. There are several ways to open up a file. If you're not familiar, I'll just give a quick recap. You can click on File, Open, and that will bring up the dialog box to allow you to open it. And you can see mine is already set. However, yours may go to Documents or Downloads depending on which operating system you have and which version of Windows. You can click Open, which is pretty much the same feature, the Open button. You can see it looks a little bit different, but the concept's still the same. You just navigate to where your documents are and you click on them and open them. And the other way, my personal favorite, is to just drag them in. You can see here that I have dragged in this Jordan Bolt 2015, the Youth Flag Football Registration Form. About this form, I am using this form with consent from Foundation15.org. Quick shout out to them. Foundation15.org is a non-for-profit organization that was created in the memory of Jordan Darrell, who unfortunately passed away at the young age of 9. This non-for-profit organization raises scholarship funds for kids in academics and sports. For more information, please go over to www.foundation15.org. So once again, thank you to Foundation15.org for allowing me to use their form today. As you can see, the form here has a few fields that need to be filled out. This is their Youth Flag Football Registration Form. And they're looking for not too many fields, but enough. First name, last name, birth date, address, etc. And as we get down here, we can see we got shirt size, youth, adult, extra small, which, yes, we can theoretically type into if we want to put in a NX or a circle, I guess, no, or a 0 to kind of just put a mark there. We could. We're actually going to use check marks to make it a little bit more professional and understandable, because one of the things that I would hate to do is put an X in this field next to the extra large and they send me a double extra large, which might be a little big on me, although maybe not. I have medical insurance coverage for the above registered player, yes or no, so this is obviously going to require another check mark. And then we're going to get to the parent or legal guardian here on the second page. Here's where they're requiring a signature. Now, typically with this form, before the fill and sign came into play, we would have to print this out, fill it out, hope they could read our handwriting, find a way to get it back into our computer, which usually means we have to have a scanner or run down to the local copy stand and have them do it for us, and then send it back to them. So it's kind of a huge waste of paper. I know this is only a 2-page document, but if that's sent out to 1 million people, that's potentially a lot of paper that is getting wasted for a simple signature. So here we go. If you do not see the fill and sign here, you can just click on View, Fill and Sign, and it'll bring it up. However, if you do see it, you can just click here, and you're just going to get this little sidebar. Now, the other thing that you may already see is the tools. Sometimes this will open by default. So if you're seeing this, just simply click on Fill and Sign and it'll bring up the information that you need. You can see here they have 4 fields already: add text, add checkmark, place initials, and place signature. And we're going to go through each of them. So the first fields that we're curious or need to fill out are the first and last names. So we're going to do that now just by simply clicking add text, and then we're going to click on first. So basically I've clicked on add text, and then I've just clicked near the line or near the place of entry that I want to start typing, and then I'm just going to type my name, and there it is. And you can see that this is a lot better than filling out, or excuse me, than printing it and handwriting it. So as you go through each field, you can just simply click and start typing. Now, as I said earlier, we want to, we get to this kind of input here where they want to know which option that you choose. This is where the check mark comes in. So we simply just move over to add check mark, go to the size that we want, and we just place a little check mark there. And you can use these grab handles to resize it if you think it needs to be resized, but here it looks like it did an appropriate job and made it the appropriate size. Medical insurance, again, another check mark. And there we go. Now, here's where we get to the initials. Excuse me, the signature. So here I want to place my signature. Now, the first time when I go to use this, it's going to want to require, it's going to require some input that needs to be done, and then will be saved, but can be changed later. So I clicked on Place Signature, which I have already done, so I'm going to clear it. And I'm going to click on Place Signature. So this is simulating the first time that this is being done. So I want to type my signature. And you can see here that they have a few options. You can use a webcam, you can draw your signature if you happen to have a tablet. You can use an image that maybe you have printed, you signed a piece of paper and you scanned it in just like we used to do in the old days. You can use a certificate. So I'm just going to leave mine, as you should, type my signature, and you can just put in your signature. And if you don't like the way it looks, they give you 4 styles you can choose from. I'm currently on style 404, so you just click change and it'll hopefully find one that more suits your style of writing. So I'm just going to leave mine on style 404 because I think it looks the best, and just click on accept. And you can see now that I have, besides clicking a little too soon, just placed a signature in there. And I can make it bigger if I need to by using these grab handles, and make it bigger so it'll fit the content a little bit better, or fit the area. And now I need to add a date, so we just simply go back over to add text, and we just put in today's date. Today is March 9th of 2015, and voila, we are done. We have a very nice looking form that's easy to read and that we did not have to print out. I'm just to get out of this, I'm going to close the little X here at this bar, and now that I'm done, I can just save it. Now I have a choice here. I can either go back to the original document by clicking on it, and that will overwrite the blank form. If this is something that you're going to need to fill out again later, I recommend that you be cautious about doing this, because you may need to enter some different data and you may not catch the previous data that you entered. So I always recommend, and you can see Adobe kind of does too, because they automatically change the file name to the same name but yet they appended the signed portion of it. And it's just going to save it to the same location as your original, but with a different name. So I'm going to close out of here, and we're going to see now we have this JB 2015 app-signed. So when I open this, it's going to have everything that we already put in there, just the way we had it. Now this form is ready for emailing, uploading, etc., and we never printed it out. So again, I say thank you for tuning in to this quick short tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please feel free to comment and or like us. And again, Michael from ForensicBits.com signing off, saying thank you.